Hello, beautiful beings. How are you doing on the other side of this eclipse portal? Today, I want to share and talk to you about the power of clearing karmas with ritual. And so, as many of you know, I'm Dr. Nikki Starr, and I'm very much integrated into the spiritual and energetic realms when it comes to living our ultimate lives, creating life on purpose in a way we love that is so pleasurable and beautiful, and that we feel in gratitude in every moment. And I think that's definitely what separates me from a lot of the other coaches, is so much of my work is in the energetics and the spiritual realms. And when I was on my spiritual journey after leaving Western medicine, I traveled all around the world, and so much of that time was spent in ritual. And I feel that my transformation and who I have come to become today comes because of the time I spent in ritual and the powerful rituals I have done around the world. And I am an initiated priestess in this life. I am initiated through an esoteric lineage that goes back with threads through Atlantis and ancient Egypt and ancient Mayan times. And I am a firm believer in the power of rituals. And the beauty of that is that we don't have to do so much hard work. We can rely on the energetics and the power of taking responsibility for our life, and then, like a magician, deciding what we want to create, what we want to do, what we want to be, what we want to have. And that's the beauty of rituals. So anytime that I'm speaking, or if you're catching the replay or you're watching it live, please ask me any questions that you have about rituals, about karma, etc. So I'm going to dive right in. I see we have people from all over the world. So what is karma? Let's start there. Something in this title drew you to this live. And karma is essentially the feedback you get from the universe for every action, decision, choice you make, word you speak. It's like the real-time feedback. So as you are doing things in your life, there is karma that happens. And we don't have to say it's good or bad. It's just a mirror reflection of what it is that you do. And sometimes we do things that we're not so proud of, and things that we're like, I wish I didn't do that. I wish I didn't say that. That wasn't my best moment. And other times we're like, I just did such an amazing thing. Why is that not being reflected back to me? Or why aren't the results there? Or, I did this thing and it was for the greater good and I'm not seeing any results. Be patient. And we can amplify it with the power of ritual, just like we can clear the karma from the things that you weren't so proud of with ritual. And that's the beauty of ritual that I love so much. And know that karma can follow us from past lives and even from this life. And the karma from this life can even turn around to affect us in this life. It doesn't mean okay, I'm just going to do whatever in this life because the karma is not going to affect me into the next life, so I could just do whatever I want and I'll just deal with it the next life. That's actually not true, because energy is present now and happening now, and the universe is happening now, and the universe is always taking notes with everything we do. And our true intention behind what we do and our energy behind what we do is what is going to affect the outcome. And it doesn't matter what other people say, and it doesn't matter anything, and it doesn't matter how good of a face you put on. The true intention behind what you do is going to be the determining factor in your karma. So ultimately, we want the universe to be working for us. And it does, because even when the bad karma comes to find us, it's for our soul's evolution. It's for our healing and our greatest becoming. It's not a punishment. It's so that our soul can evolve and learn and step into a greater space of being. Because the truth of who we are is love. The truth of who we are is beauty. The truth of who we are is grace. And if we misstep in any way, it's an opportunity to bring us back to our truth of who we really are. And in my work, that's a big part of the work that we do, and how people expand and transform in incredible ways, because what they do is they go back to heal all the moments that maybe weren't the most pleasant, including the moments where pain and trauma happened and things happened that caused them to then believe something about the world that wasn't true. So something from your childhood, something, and you create your own karma by the contracts you create, by the beliefs you create, by the patterns you create. You decide to believe that, and what you believe will be your life. And so you're creating your own karma by what you believe to be is true. And for so many years, I would literally have I remember this one time, I think I probably had less than $2,000 in a bank account. It was after I left Western medicine, and I went to see a mentor who is a ritual master, and she manifests things out of thin air. And she was like, you have all these energies from all this karma from this black magic attack. And I was like, what? No wonder things have been going so hard, Jesus. And it was family karma even, because sometimes, for my ancient ancestors in Colombia, and so it was oh my goodness, of course I need to clear this. So even at that time, the ritual was $1,000. I gave the healer the $1,000 to do the ritual for me. And did my life change? Yes, it got better and easier and easier and easier. And then there was a time for 3 years where I was living half time in Italy. And I stopped traveling everywhere else, and I was just devoted to my spiritual path, on my priestess path, doing rituals and rituals and rituals, and spending time in an underground temple as much as I could, because I knew I was burning off karma with all the rituals I was participating and attending. And then there came a day where I feel like I burnt off enough karma, and I felt ready to come into the world and share my mission. And for a long time, I would reserve stuff about energy and mysticism and rituals from the mainstream, from all of you guys. I wouldn't talk about it as publicly. I would wait for when someone was in my one-to-one programs, or if they were in my group coaching programs. But I left a lot of that material very sacred. And I was I'm not going to share about rituals because I don't think people are ready and they'll just know. But I feel that we are in a very important time on the planet where everyone who wants this information, if they're willing to go through the energy exchange and show up, that they deserve to receive it. And so that's when I went and I decided that this year I was going to share more about esoteric knowledge, more about energy, more about rituals, and even share my light language activation. So I don't know if some of you know, but I channel light language, and light language is an energy. Oh, my camera's falling. Why am I getting smaller? And light language is a very, very powerful energy activation that can sound like song, that can sound, I need to fix this. Hold on. Oh no, my ring light is falling down. Okay. So light language is, technical difficulties. I might need to take this off and do. All right, I'll hold it. So light language is a healing frequency that comes through, that is a translation and transmission of energy. And these light language frequencies come from different, you can even say planets, you can even say beings that are supporting the evolution of humankind. And now we've seen what's been going on in our planet over this past year, and it's kind of insane to see what's happening. And I feel that humans need support more than ever. They need help. They need to know how they can shift and evolve beyond this state of the world. And I feel, in my experience, that rituals have been one of the most powerful ways that I have manifested my life, cleared my karma. And what happens is when we clear our karma, life happens with more ease and grace. There's less obstacles. There's less resistance. There's less of just the unwanted things start to go away when we clear our karma, when we burn off our karma. And the way we do that is take responsibility. And one way we can clear karma is through ritual. So even in ancient Egypt, there's different fire rituals. I think they call them pujas, if I remember correctly. So this is not like rituals to clear your karma is like not something that like I just made up. Like this is from ancient times. And like I said, usually it's like I reserve it for only those who go on to do like the group coaching or the one-to-one coaching with me. But now with my Ultimate Year program, I decided I need to share this information more widespread, make it more affordable so that those in the masses who maybe aren't able to work with me one-to-one or my group work can get access to these rituals. And so what's amazing is that we are currently in eclipse season. So during the month of November and December, there's several eclipses that happen, and they happen every year, and it's a time that we really clear karma. And it doesn't just happen. It's not, and sometimes it does, right? If in your contracts and recordings of your soul, sometimes the eclipse is enough to help you clear karma, but usually you need to show up and take responsibility for what you're clearing. And I have found rituals to be very powerful in that. So on the evening between the 18th and the 19th was one of the eclipse portals. And I did several rituals from healing and bath and intention, so many different rituals, so that I could come out of that portal prepared. It's like you're preparing yourself for what's happening when you do rituals during these very strategic moments on the planet. So we want to use the energies in our favor. And when we even look at the cycles of the earth and the cycles of like what is happening in the air right now, let's use that. It's like imagine instead of like walking upstream, you're like moving down a fast rapid. So when you start to get in touch and understand the energetics of the universe, the energetics of our planet, the energetics of the season, you know when is a good time to do what. You can help your life so much more. This is what supports ultimate living so much more. And that's what and it's an ancient knowledge that all humans have access to, but because of living in cities in modern times, people have gotten disconnected from their priest and priestess self, which is that part of you that connects to the divine, that connects to energy in order to co-create a reality that you really love with so much more ease and grace. And that's the power of ritual. And within your being, I am sure if you are following my page in some way, you too have a connection to mysticism, whether it's in this lifetime or past lifetimes. There's a part of you that has worked with energy or know it to be true within you. You know the power of rituals within you, or else you would not be following me. You know, I truly believe that. I feel like there's an energy resonance. And part of what I help people do is to wake up and activate their power and purpose within from that more spiritual, esoteric, energetic space. That we don't have to do as much work to make things happen. That our beingness, our intention, the way we choose to live our life, and the rituals and the actions that we do are the things that have the biggest impact. So I want to circle back. So circling back to the title of this, like clearing karma through rituals. So if you know rituals yourself, now is a very important time to be doing them during this eclipse season to help you clear your karma so that your life can happen with more ease and grace. Less obstacles, more flow. Now, if you don't know what rituals to do, you're like, okay, yeah, I know this is a powerful time. I'm not really sure. I could definitely up my ritual game. Or maybe I don't even know anything about rituals. Like, yes, I want to know more. Then I want to invite you inside my Rituality course that is happening right now. And I didn't even realize when I was planning which course I was going to do for December and the dates. I had no idea that I was going to be doing it during the eclipses. And I was like, what a synchronicity. Like, what a powerful time. Like, I didn't realize that, like, time is on my side. But the truth is, some say that, like, we've already predetermined our life and we're just here to live it. And so if you're wanting more of that flow, that ease and grace, you're wanting to know which are the rituals for clearing, which are the rituals for activation, which are the rituals for helping to let go of karmic situations you may have created in this life that you're ready to take responsibility for and clear it. So with that, I invite you to connect with me. Send me a message. I would love to share more with you. I would love to support you in the clearing of your karma so that you can rise into your ultimate health, wealth, embodiment, and love, because you deserve that. So does everyone on this planet. And so with that, I'm Dr. Nikki Starr. As always, it has been such a pleasure to be here with you live. Message me for more. I love you, and I will see you here soon. Bye for now.